Alright, we're going to get started today using this website called Weebly.com. This is a web design site where you can create all kinds of web pages. It is free for up to 10 websites that you can create. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over here to this little button that says sign up. You're going to click on that and we're going to sign up. Now, I would prefer that you use an email address that is not associated with the school. For example, if you have a Gmail or a Live or another email address, I want you to use that as your email address here. Go ahead and put your full name in there. Nobody's going to see this. This is not what's going to get published. So put your full name in there. And for your email address, use something that is not associated with the school. I'm going to use my classroom one, but that's okay. It's not my school email. So. And make sure your password is extremely important. You make sure that you choose a password that you can remember. Because in order to do your assignments, you have got to know your usernames and you've got to know your passwords to get in. I don't know them, so you can't come to me and say, hey, I forgot my password. I'm going to tell you, I'll know your password to begin with. Okay? So you guys have got to learn these. So make sure it is something that you can remember all on your own. And then after you've put in your name, you have put in your email address, verify that it's correct, make sure you don't have any typos in it. You've put in a password that you can remember, and then you click the word sign up. Now, this should be the next screen that you get. We are not selling anything. So it asks you, do you want to sell online? You tell it, not now. We're not selling anything. Alright, now, take a look up here before you choose anything. Here are all kinds of different website templates that they can start you with. Those are business. Let's look at what they have for portfolio. Personal. Let's see what else. Event. This is not necessarily an event, but you might still like some of the things that are on there. A blog. We're not doing a blog right now. We can add those things to it later. And then these are just some other things that you can look at. We'll go back here. And then what I would do is I would go down here. It says, didn't find a theme you like. View more themes. I would view more themes and then just kind of look through what's there, and I want you to find something, even if you don't really care for the pictures that are on there, but you like the colors and you like the fonts and things like that. I want you to choose something that you like. Let me find the one I want. I want this one right here. I like the fonts and things in this one. You're going to click on the theme that you want to try, and then once you have decided that you really like the way it looks, you're going to start editing. All right. Now, this is extremely important right here, what you see on the screen. It says choose your website domain. You do not own any domains. You do not want to buy a new domain. You're going to use a subdomain of Weebly.com. Now, here's what I want your name to be. And I want it to be all in lowercase letters so that everybody has pretty much the same thing. The only thing that's going to be different is where you actually put your name. So I'm going to use fall 2017. Notice this little red X over here, it says it's still taken. I'm going to use the letters DP for digital portfolio. Now we can't all use that, so we've got to differentiate who's who. So what I'm going to put on there is my first name and my last initial. Everybody type that in. Fall 2017 DP Janita M. Instead of Janita M, you put your first name and your last initial. And as long as this has a check mark right here that says it's available, it should be just fine. I'm going to leave this for just a second or two. Type this in. What? All right, fall 2017 DP stands for digital portfolio, and then put your first name and your last initial. All in lowercase letters, no spaces. When you get to the end of that, it should still have a green check mark and say available. You will click the word continue. All right, everybody should get there fairly quickly. If you are not there, get there as quickly as you can, but we're going to go ahead and start going over the website. All right, if you'll notice, once you put in your web domain name, it took you to your website where you can actually start to begin to edit your website. It's going to give you some little hints here because you've probably never used it before. We're going to get rid of these hints. Click where it says got it or whatever. And down here at the bottom, you're going to click in this white circle with the blue X. We're going to get rid of this. There are tutorials on Weebly that you can go watch on your own if you want to watch their tutorials. But I'm going to show you enough in class today that you should be able to take care of your website all on your own. Now, Weebly has created a lot more themes. Used to, the themes were a lot more simple. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that your home page is kind of what you need it to be right now. So somewhere up at the top, you're going to have a place that's kind of, maybe it's the name of a fake business or somebody's name or whatever. You're going to go up there and you are going to click and drag over it, and you're going to put your first name and your last initial. Do not use your last name here. Your first name and your last initial. Then you're going to either use the space bar if you want it all in one line, or you can hit enter if you want more than one line. I'm going to use enter, and this is I'm going to call this digital portfolio, just like that. So put your name and then the words digital portfolio. Now, you're going to have another title probably somewhere down below it. Like here, I've got this one. I'm going to click and drag over this, and I'm going to change this to Fall 2017, and this is your class. This class is interpersonal relationships, right? All right. Now, if you also have this class later on, I'm going to show you how to make a section for that class as well. right, how many of you in here are really into art and you might want to go to art school someday? All right, this is a great way that you can showcase your art. And a lot of times when you go to an art school, they might want you to bring your portfolio of what you've created. You don't have to bring anything if you have uploaded images, like pictures or scans of your artwork, and you've put them on your digital portfolio. You can send them a link and you can say, hey, here's my portfolio if you want to go look at what I've created and what I've done. Also, how many of you are interested in audio video? Like you might want to go to film school or something like that, learn how to shoot videos and all. Okay, this is the same principle for that. You can feature all of your videos that you create here, and then you can send whatever school it is you want to go to. Here's my link, here's things that I've done, here's things I've created, projects I've worked on. And then they have an archive, and you have an archive of all the things that you've done. All right, at this point, I want you guys to stop working on the computers. I want you to turn where you can see the screen, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a crash course in Weebly and how to edit a website. So please either turn off your screen on your desktop or lower your screen on your laptop, put your phones down, everything goes away, and everybody's looking up here so I can show you really quickly how to edit your website. Now, I am okay with this picture right here, but I could change it if I wanted to. All right, all I have to do is click here, and I can say that I either want to edit the image or replace the image. And I'm going to replace this with a photo that's already on my computer. And I know where my images are. You guys, your images might be in a different place. And I'm going to search here. And I'm just going to use this one because it's the first thing that came up. And I'm going to try it. So I'm going to open that up. Alright, and it changed my image. So if you have something on this page already that you want to use, that's fine. If you want to create your own thing, you can do that, and I'll show you how to do that in a few minutes. Now, I don't really need all of these extra things right here. I'm going to get rid of them because I'm just not going to use them at all. I'm going to set up my own stuff. So all you have to do is hover over whatever element it is that you want to get rid of, and it will make it go away. Now I'm also going to get rid of all of these because I don't need these images here. Again, you just hover over it, find the X, click delete, and it will get rid of it. Now, you only really need to do this for your home page. You don't have to do this for any of your other pages, because what we're going to do is the other pages that you have already set up on yours, we're going to delete them and we're going to recreate them. But you can't do that to your home page, so you're just going to have to go through and get rid of all of these things like this. I'm going to delete that. Let's see, let's get rid of this and this. Like I said, the setup is probably going to take you the longest when you're getting rid of these things. Now, I'm going to go here and I'm going to edit this background, and I'm going to replace this image. And just to make it look kind of the same, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my drive that I had my pink butterflies on and use the same thing down here. You do not have to use the same image. You can be creative with your images. Alright, so there's that. And again, we got a couple more elements down here to get rid of. If it will let me. Oh, yeah, I want to change that image. There we go. Now, save it. Make sure you click save on those. That's why it wasn't letting me get rid of them. Okay. And right down here, this down here, I just want to delete that. They have a lot on this page, it looks like, but they're going away slowly. Okay, I'll delete those later. Alright, let's take a look up here now. This tab right here is Build. This is where you're actually building your website and putting different things on it. Let's go here now. I'm going to click where it says Pages. These are the pages that are already built into the website. Now, in order for you to have what you need on your website without having to go in and click delete on all of that stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to click on each page here. We're going to click on this services page or whatever yours has, and I'm going to click delete. I'm just going to make the whole page go away. This about, I'm going to click delete on it, make it go away so I don't have to sit there and click and delete all those elements. And I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to delete that one. Now, I still need some of those other pages, but I can add pages that don't have stuff all over them by going right here to this plus sign. I want to add a standard page, and this page is going to be called About. Now, I'm going to click my little box here, and I'm going to go to the About page, and notice it has nothing on it. It's a blank, clean page now. So all I have to do is start loading the things on there that I want. Alright, we're also going to add another page, another standard page, and it is going to be Contact. And we're going to say Done. Home, About, Contact, and I think I want you to add one more page, a standard page, and we're going to call that page Projects. Alright. Any questions before we move on from how to create the pages? Pretty easy, straightforward. Look for the plus sign. Now, I can't edit my website here. I have to go back to where it says Build. So I'm back on Build now. And let's see, I was on my home page. Now I'm on the projects page, so I want to go there. I'm going to show you how to put in your project that you did, your 30 Things About Me. So this page right here is Projects. And, okay, this button right here, Theme. If you don't like the way some of your things look, for example, I don't really care for this font right here. I like this one better, and I wish they were the same, but they're not here. I can go to Theme, and I can change the fonts, and when I hover over the right thing, now notice it's not lit up here, but when I go here it puts the blue box around it. Do you see that? Everybody watching? Okay, so I want to change the text for that, and I want to use the same one, which is this one right here, because I messed with this yesterday. And that's the font I want to use there, so I changed it. And then after I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and go back to my pages. My Build. Go back to Build. So now I can do things to this. What was the first project that you did in here? 30 Things About Me. Okay, so now notice all these little boxes over here. This one says title, this one says text, this one says image. A gallery is if you want to put more than one image in there. A slideshow makes it flip through there. You don't really need a map. Let's see, down here you can put in a YouTube video, and whenever you start creating audio video things, then that's where you will use that. And this is File. So these are probably the main ones that you would need to put anything in here. But to put your 30 Things About Me in here, you're going to grab a title right here. You just click on it and you drag it down. Now, notice the blue line that pops up below the word Projects. You see that? And if I move it over here, the blue line pops up beside it. Wherever the blue line pops up is where this thing is going to be. I want this one to be down here, below it. And this one is 30 things about me. Now there's two ways that we can do this. I'm going to drag this text box down here, down below it, just like that. And there's my text box. Now, remember that you had to, in your 30 Things About Me, you had to create that link that you shared with me. Alright, so I'm going to go to Prezi really quick here. And this was, yeah, which one do I want to use? I'm just going to use this one right here. I think they're all the same. Alright, so I'm going to go to this one right here because this just happens to be the one that I want to use for this. And I want to go here. I need to, here's the link right here. See this? Does everybody see this? I shared it one time already. You should have this already pop up that you shared it with class assignment or whatever you chose to put in there. And I'm going to copy that link just like that. Now I'm going to go back to my website, and right here I'm going to use my right click button on my mouse and I'm going to paste that in there. Now at this moment all that is a bunch of letters to this. This computer does not see it as a link until I do this. Now I'm going to highlight it, and do you see this little button right here that looks like a chain or a link? It says create link, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to link it to this website URL. I'm going to right click in this box and I'm going to paste it. Now it's a link. Alright, now we've already put this in there, your 30 Things About Me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to publish this website. If I don't publish this website, it's not going to be out there on the internet for me to click on with the link to the website. So I'm going to go right here to publish. It calls this up. It's Fall 2017 DP Janita M. And I'm going to continue. Now, if you have never used this before, a lot of times what it's going to make you do, anytime you see these got it things, you can get rid of those. Mine says my website is published. It might ask you to prove that you're not a robot. If it does, just put in whatever CAPTCHA code that they give you there. That's called CAPTCHA. And then you put that in there and you prove to it that you're not a robot so that it will go ahead and publish it. Now, we're going to pretend that I'm done with this. This is my home page. We didn't do very much to that right now. We'll add more to that later. Now I'm going to pretend that I'm done working on it. So do you see this X over here in the left hand corner? Alright, close that. Now this is my dashboard, and right here, okay, if I were to click on this part of it, it would take me back to the site to edit the site. Or if I clicked here, it would take me back to the site to edit. But if I hover over this down here, it's going to take me to the web, to what my site actually looks like on the internet. So there's my website on the internet. I still have all this stuff down here to get rid of, but I'll take care of that later. Now mine, sometimes you have the words going across here, home, about, contact, whatever. Mine does not have that. Mine has these three little lines. I click on those. And the only other place that I have anything right now for you to see is on the page that says projects. So I'm going to go there. There is my project. Now watch what happens if I do this. I can click on that and it takes me to my Prezi where I can watch it. And then you just present it. Alright, Now, I'm already, it takes me just to another site, so if I click back right here, it takes me back to my digital portfolio. Or at least it's supposed to. No, it didn't. Ooh, this is new. Used to, it would open it up and you had to click the back button. But now, it just takes you to a new page. All right. Are there any questions about how to set it up, how to put your project in so that you have that, or how to get rid of some of those elements on the page that you don't want there? Does everyone understand how to add pages? Where do you go to add pages? Okay, but where do you go exactly up here to add pages? Go to pages and then use the plus sign. Build is where you add elements, or you can get rid of elements on the page. Like I'm going to have to go down here and still get rid of all of these things, make them go away. All right. Does everyone understand how to drag titles and text over, and how to create your link? All right. What I want you to do then, let me go ahead and stop this video, and we'll go ahead and let it record. What you need to do today is you need to create your pages, and you need to add your 30 Things About Me project to your page that's called Projects. We'll work on the home page later on. We'll work on getting rid of all of those other elements later on the home page, but I want you to upload your project to your digital portfolio today. Let's see.